Namaste. I'm Chaitali Udeshi.
And I am Suril Udeshi.
And we are back on We Care.
Yes.
Tak-tak-tak.
This time it is on Instagram. Generally, we keep doing this on Facebook and we toggle around. Sometimes we are on Facebook, sometimes on Instagram. Logic?
Yes.
I think no logic.
No logic. No logic. This time we've decided that we will also be on Insta and on Facebook, but not together because that's practically, we're finding it very difficult. I don't know if it's practically possible. But what we're going to do is we'll be live on one of these and on the other. By next day morning we will have posted it on the other websites. So it could be live on Insta and getting posted on Facebook within maybe the night's time. Right, so you'll be able to see on Facebook as well. Yes, so anyway, moving, we'll just thank you all for joining on time.
Smith bhai, Hemal bhai, Ruchi, everyone are online already.
Fantastic.
I think because there is a superstar person coming here online.
Yes.
So we all will be waiting for him.
So We Care is basically an initiative for people who are joining us new. We Care is an initiative by restaurant consultants, the two of us, Suril and me, to basically uplift the trust and hope of people during and post lockdown. And it eventually developed. It kind of then we had entrepreneurs, professionals, we had experts, visionaries who from different fields, not just food and beverage, who have come on this platform, who we invite and we talk about their vision and their future course of action or future aspects that they're going to touch post lockdown. So it has been a fun and interesting session till date. We are really looking forward to such sessions in future. Welcoming a very interesting guest today. He is a very, very well-known architect. His name is Mr. Hiren Patel.
He is there.
Yes, he's there.
Hi. Welcome, sir.
Hi, sir. How are you?
Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Nice.
Good evening.
Good. Thank you. Yeah.
Good evening.
Thank you.
So a lot of people who have, sir, you are a lot of people.
Sir, your voice is breaking a little.
Now it's perfect.
Okay, great. Please come. Yes.
Okay.
Sir, welcome to We Care Talk series.
Okay. Thank you.
Sir, there are a lot of people who have already joined and we were just talking about our We Care Talk series and we were about to tell about you. So a lot of people who have already joined knows you very well, but still it's a little thing, a little gesture that, there are many people who we want to know more about you. So Hiren Patel, he is an award-winning architect and he has been a graduate from SEPT. He is a student of CN Vidyalaya and he is a versatile architect where he has not only done amazing hotels and restaurant projects, but he is into lifestyle, real estate, housing projects, commercial projects. He has been doing palaces, heritage homes and not only that, he has been recently appointed architect of a very prestigious 5-star hotel.
Wow.
He is a family person. I have known him. He is a husband of a doctor and a proud father of 2 architect children.
Fantastic.
Welcome again on board on We Care Talk series, sir.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Suril, and thanks for inviting. I'm born and brought up from Ahmedabad, and as you say rightly that I study in CN Vidyalaya, and my wife is a dentist, and I have 2 children, and one she has just become master of architect, Anushri. Yeah, and the son is not an architect. He is studying computer science. Yeah, but he's still in second year. But પણ એના જીવમાં પેલો આર્કિટેક્ટ નો જીવ તો છે જ. એટલે it reflects sometimes because I remember when he was in first year of computer science, he said, I am interested in landscape design course, and said, I take it or no. So I said, look, you are getting connected with designing. So because the children has seen the family and talking every day about design and working at home with design. So definitely they carry those kind of things. I mean, similar way.
Great.
I mean, for me also, I become architect because my father was he was in corporation, but he was actually a town planner. So in fact, he was the second town planner of Gujarat. So my two elder brothers, they are very good, renowned builder of Ahmedabad. So they were civil engineer, and my
Nice.
elder brother, he has a quite a good eye on in terms of design. So when I was a student, they used to work. They were in LD Engineering College, and they used to make a model. And then I used to wonder that
Fantastic.
I mean making model. And my brother said that look, we engineers build the building, but the models are this is the creation of an architect, and that's how the new terminology came to me that there is something called architect, because in that our time it was if you're brilliant, either you go in medical or you go into the engineering.
Right.
So architecture was
Engineering,
something
yes.
Wow.
new. I mean architecture was something new.
True.
And this, the
Yes.
second thing was that opposite to our house, there was a beautiful house was coming up, and it was exposed brick work house, and it was for faculty of NID professor, and very renowned
Nice.
Wow.
photographer called Dasrath Patel. I mean, he is no more.
Yes.
Even Kumar Bhai Vyas is also not no more. But they used to come, and I used to wonder the house was coming up, which was very modern, something different, and no, it got me little curiosity towards architecture. So this were the influential people, I would say, that my father, my
Wow.
brothers, and some house coming in front of me, which created a curiosity. Now I was
Wow.
basically a very brilliant student, so a very studious student. And I remember that my mother always tell that whenever I used to come from the school, હું ઘરે આવીને ઘરનો ઓટા વરંડા હોય એના ઉપર બેસીને પેલા હોમવર્ક પતાવી દઉં, and then I
Wow.
will go for play or something. So I was like that. I was I don't know who to. Maybe I saw my father was always very hardworking and honest officer. I've seen my father every time because he was estate officer. So any of Ahmedabad, any property of corporation will come under him, and he has to be see that the estate has been maintained, or so he
Okay.
would have lots of
Okay.
file, and he would come back home with a lot of file, and I've always seen him working. So that kind of let's say working very hard would I have seen father, and that's how it has come. And so yeah, obviously when
Amazing.
Wow.
I got admission, I mean I was in interview for SEPT is one of the finest college, and
Yes.
they were not ready that I would come and go to architecture because my marks were so good that I could go to the
Okay.
medical
You could have become a
medical and
doctor, yeah?
doctor or anything. So basically
Wow.
our SEP professor were also saying કે ભાઈ આ છોકરો બહુ પેલા there are certain kind of brilliant student કે પપ્પા
Yeah,
પછી
yeah.
બધે they will send to everywhere NID માં પણ exam આપે ને so I was that kind of so they
But they
thought
try
you are
કરો.
not but they try करे just to see that how good you are. So they were saying કે
Caliber
ભાઈ
ને
look
હા correct.
in architecture તો જેને પેલા admissions ના મળે છેલ્લે બધા students આવતા હોય છે, and I'm sure you are not going to go, no, not going to come.
Right.
And I said,
અચ્છા.
no, sir, I really want to become an architect. And I still remember
Wow.
that when my faculty took my interview, they say, why you want to join architecture? So I say, yeah, architect can build the buildings, and that is what I love. I mean, that's something like creation. So he said, which building you like? Then I say, I was wondering, and I said, there's a nice building. I didn't know name of that. I say opposite to that Tagore Hall, there is one nice building, and which is the museum, Sansar Kendra of that, which
Right.
was designed
Right.
by Lee Corbusier. So
Right.
they said, why did you like it? So I said, I like it because it was nice exposed brick, something very new, and there is a way to
Right.
go up, which is like a ramp. There is no staircase. So there is something very beautiful
Right.
that you go on. So I still remember, and they say,
Just like
okay. So I think if I recollect now, it makes good sense. Yeah. And so
Yes.
I'm happy
Yes.
to be
Wow.
an architect. I don't regret that I go to the I miss the other field, but yes. So it was good. I mean, working in SEP was wonderful. I mean, it was the best school, so it has taught us so well. And luckily, what happened that we had a faculty called Piraji Sagra, and
Yes.
he was
Yes.
a faculty of painting, and drawings. So
Correct.
in architecture, first 2 years, first few semesters, 2 years, you are supposed to do the painting compulsory to develop your skills. But after let's say
Right.
second year, people don't take those subjects, and people carry forward. For me, somehow, I mean, Piraji also used to live in Vashna area. He has his own studio, and we also used to live in that area. So I have been to his house and kind of love his studio and sculptures and kind of thing. So
Right.
when I finished my, let's say, 2 years of painting, everything, when I came in third year, fourth year, fifth year, I kept on taking the subject of painting. So what people were wondering that this guy is not good at drawing. That's why he's even at the fourth year he's with Piraji Sagra sitting alone. But for me, it was like almost like a private tuition because he's such a master
Wow.
painter, and he
Wow.
taught. And every
Yeah.
semester he would say, "We'll take this subject, we'll take this subject." So eventually, uh, it's almost for me, it's become like a fine arts along with the architecture because I continue what
Fantastic.
fine arts students. So I think nobody taught, but now I try to connect the dots. No, you know that okay, maybe
Yes.
there was liking towards the painting was there right from beginning. That's why somebody didn't push me, but
Fantastic.
I still kept working with Piraji. Yeah, and
Fantastic.
now I
So,
mean
so the
we are the.
paint.
I mean yeah.
Yeah, please
So I
continue.
mean, I graduated and I went in exchange program to Switzerland, and again after graduation I also went to Switzerland to work for a year, and then I was back and started working
Wow.
with the brothers in real estate, and that's how I started. So it's more than now 25 years, so more than 25
Great,
years now.
great,
So
great.
it's
Sir,
a long,
amazing. So
yeah, long
we
journey.
belonging to hotel and restaurant industry. We have been
Yeah,
associated with you since I guess 2001 when it was our first venture with Mihir called a restaurant called
right,
Slang. So
right,
at that time,
yes,
you and your wife had a wonderful gallery, which we took it over to make
right,
it a cafe there, and we really
right,
enjoyed doing business at your place. From
right,
there, we initiated our
Wow.
hospitality journey, and
right,
so every time, after few years, we have met, we have crossroads, અને કંઈક ને કંઈક કારણસર આપણે ભેગા થતા હોઈએ અને ખૂબ આનંદ આવે છે, ખૂબ ઇન્સ્પિરેશન મળે છે તમને મળીને. પણ મારે તમને આજે બીકોઝ
No, before you continue, I just want to ask sir, એટલા બધા લોકો તમને કહે છે કે તમારી પાછળનું પેઇન્ટિંગ બહુ જ સરસ છે જે મેં પહેલું જ નોટિસ કર્યું that you know Gandhiji, is it done by you?
No, no, it's not done by me. I mean, it's done
Okay.
by an artist called Manhar Kapadia, and it's quite nice
Okay.
because
Yes.
it's not like drawn from the photograph or something. It's basically he's the Gandhiji is walking in the seashore of Porbandar. That's how he is visualized,
Wow, that's a
Oh,
and he thought
concept. Yes.
he yeah, and he must be thinking that how to get the freedom or of our country. So he's walking in the let's say
How to
evening,
get this soil
thinking
to
about how to make
ourselves.
the
Yes.
country free from the Britishers, and that's how he's working on the
Wow.
things. And that time he would be little young, so there is a little kind of the hair of Choti kind of
yes,
he has kept drawn.
Yes.
So he might
Yes.
have little
Yes.
hair like that. So that's how the
Then
artist has
yes.
superb,
visualized.
superb.
Very
Very
pretty.
yeah,
Very
right.
pretty.
And I mean,
Yes.
my son was very naughty, Karan, no? So I thought if the painting is there, he will become also a little wise. So anyway, he's now very wise. So, yeah,
Amazing.
I mean,
But Chetan, you know,
right.
Vinod Bhai of Fat Mango is online.
Yes.
Whenever we have a discussion about you,
Okay.
he'll often say that whenever you go to Hiren Bhai's office, you will feel that you are sitting in an art gallery. You sit in
Wow.
any corner, you feel that you are sitting in an art gallery.
Wow, wow. And even
Yeah, that's
Dilip
true.
Bhai from Gopi, he just mentioned you for your tents, which were award winning that you made for Balaram Palace or something.
Absolutely, yeah. So
Fantastic.
yeah,
We'll come to those historic
yes,
buildings and all
sure.
on the eventual phase. Right
Correct.
now,
Okay.
just
So,
started.
being to hotel and restaurant industry, my question is always that you know, you otherwise, as you very well said, that your brothers were into infrastructure, real estate. You did architecture. So, but you have been a game changer when it comes to restaurant designs. You are a game changer when it comes to palatial buildings. I mean structures which you have converted into hotels now.
Right.
So, what was the inspiration and what was your journey? Can you share,
Okay.
especially for hotels and restaurants, because there are a
Yeah.
lot of hoteliers and restaurateurs like Dilip Bhai and all of
Yes.
us Who wants to know?
No, no, I think I think by it's all I don't. It comes like that. I mean, so as an architect, I can definitely able to design any kind of project. That's how we have been trained. But as you
Right.
know, the working with the people who are in hospitality and equally passionate about the you would makes completely a new difference. So yeah, I would say my relation towards hospitality projects started with working with the heritage property, which obviously Dilip Bhai is a very dear friend, and they had a beautiful Balara Palace resort, and then they wanted to add some rooms. So then
Yes.
when we looked at property and thought such a beautiful palace with kind of rooms, and now if you have to add more rooms, I mean, technically, you are making a new structure in the old palace kind of space does not justify. So we are wondering what kind of form we can or what kind of facility we provide which will make people excited about it. So then we thought of if we have,
Right.
let's say, like if you're the palace and then they will have lots of people with horses and the supporting staff and people, and so
Hmm.
they will definitely pitch the tent, and that's how we came with the
True.
idea of going with the tent. And obviously it was a new learning for me. Obviously when what I realized that working with the hotelier project also, most of the people they work with lots of zeal, and as an architect you have to actually think to save their money basically, because
Right.
it's like you just because you love projects, so you keep on working, and maybe you sort up your budget and things like that. So we thought, because we saw beautiful tents by in Ranthambore by the Oberoi Palace and everything. We happened to knew about, they are
Right.
wonderful,
Oh,
Yes.
but they are the,
yeah,
I
nice.
mean, one has to compare the Oberoi's versus our capacity of handling
Our
the things
capacities.
in terms
Yes.
of economic part. So we thought we will
Yes.
make ourselves, and what we thought that let's. So myself and Dilip actually travel a lot in Rajasthan for almost 15 days. We both went,
Mm-hmm.
Understood.
and then we just kind of went to every small such kind of hotel heritage hotel projects, and we had a lovely, I mean, we used to walk, I mean, just go every day. And early morning it was very funny that we would drive in a very countryside of the road, and both will be
Wow.
sleeping and we will be driving the car. Literally we both used to sleep, and then suddenly you will put the brake, and then you realize, oh, we are sleeping. And
Wow.
that's how I think we always had a 1 hour. I think it was something like magical that from that 9 to 10 or
Wow.
something hour we were driving, but we both were sleeping. Luckily there those times there
Oh
was no
gosh.
traffic. There was a very they were like village roads, so nothing actually happened, but
Yes.
we still cherish. And that's how we build up their
Fantastic.
tent, and they become very successful. People love those tents, and that's how,
Wow.
like,
Wow.
that is a project. And then I got connected the Rajwado people, I mean the Paresh Patel, and those are like
Yes.
again like a friend, and we they
Wow.
wanted to make that I mean we helped them when the Rajwado came, and then they wanted to come with the marriage hall, so marriage party lawn. So we created this Sikun Mandapam, and then we also came to the hotel restaurant, because we thought it would be a good idea that if you have good food restaurant, people will trust of your food menu of your let's say of your wedding time. So that's how we came, and there we thought of create. Actually, if you know that that structure, we have 650 restaurant below, and now above they have also another
Yes.
restaurant called Rangin. But
Correct.
actually,
Rangin.
Absolutely.
visualized. Both were visualized the day from the day first. Actually, this entire, if you is the kind of character has been inspired from the Polo Forest. In fact, we went to the
Right.
Polo
Oh,
Forest, we
Wow.
saw the ruins of the temple, and we thought, if these are like if you go to Polo Forest, you see that nice
Yes.
Vijayanagar temple structures. They are all broken
Yes.
with little bit
Broken.
sikhar and kind of stones columns,
yes,
and they
Yes.
are
yes.
on a high plinth. They are on a high plinth. So we thought, if on below this the high plinth, if you carve out the space, that can be a restaurant. That's exactly we thought, and that's
True.
exactly the
Right.
way we made. So if you see the upper part where has they have broken temple and kind of thing, which has now
Yes.
eventually become like Rangin restaurant, but we created that
Correct.
ruins of the structure, And at below, we brought that restaurant, which was again with the lime plaster and kind of thing. And that's how 650 happened. Then, yes, definitely. Again, in between, we work lots of the marriage loan. There are so many marriage loan along the this Sindhupon road has been designed by us. So once upon a time, we actually become very expert of designing the marriage hall and kind of facility. And then definitely came the at Mango restaurant, where again it was a party lawn, and again we came with that idea about bringing it the restaurant, and then eventually we have the banquet hall, which you are a part of team now. So luckily I had a wonderful people like Vinod Bhai and Mahesh Bhai. They completely give us freedom, and they are the people who love making buildings. See, so they are not in hurry to make a restaurant to run, because they enjoy the making the entire process of so you are lucky to have such kind of people. So so but what happened, those projects kept on coming, but as a learner I was always into such kind of things. So we now we are designing also that the 7-star kind of category hotel coming of ITC Narmada. We have been working. It's a huge task and kind of facility, and definitely we are getting all
of a structure. It's a huge
mammoth of a structure. And we are, as a restaurant part, ITC is known for their food, and we have Royal Vega into that. Pan Asia is coming, and so that's Royal Vega is Sakari food, and Pan Asia is coming for the South Pacific food and kind of thing. But I do remember that my love towards the hospitality was always there. Sometimes Vinod bhai always tell me कि एक दिवस मने सर એવું લાગે તમે પણ એક હોટેલ ખોલી કાઢશો restaurant, because I love.
હા તો જવાબ સાચે ખોલવાના છો?
No, I don't.
આજે ડિક્લેર કરવાના છો પ્રોજેક્ટ?
No, not really. But no, because we got so much involved in the crockery selection to everything. So no, we fun, and I don't miss any opportunity to go any other places. I try to find and see the things, and I will go to the back of the house and try to understand what kind of facilities they have.
Fantastic.
And I remember when this Uday Vilas was under construction. One day, that time we were working, with Dilip Bhai, and I said, Dilip Bhai, let's go and see the before opening. We go to the Uday Vilas and we try to see that what kind of are they really systematic, or also they are like us, because there is a very big group. So I say, if we go the day before opening and everything is beautiful, that means they are very systematic. So we say, let's go. So there was a friend of Dilip Bhai. He was a doctor in Udaipur. He said, yeah, aap aa jana subah mein. You can. I will manage to get into the hotel, no? So Dilip Bhai's brother Raju Bhai and we both drove, and by 8:30 we were right there in Udaipur. And that doctor got shocked that we really came. So he said, but मेरा तो बात भी नहीं हुआ है ना. I am not able to, because there are so much of securities around.
Honestly, I wish I knew you or Dilip Bhai at that time, because I was working in the pre-opening of Oberoi. So Uday Vilas is where I started my career.
So I tell you the true story. So it was all kind of, we say, now we have come, let's get in, no? I say, बहुत क्या करेंगे, अटका देंगे. They will say no. So we saw the suddenly like there are 500 people working on the project. So I say, ये अपनी जैसी बात है ओबेरोई की, last दिन में खत्म तो नहीं हुआ है. So we could see that so we got the kind of self confidence that even बड़ा group में भी गड़बड़ तो होती है.
बड़े लोग भी ऐसे ही होते हैं.
ऐसे ही होते kind of. So then we went inside. The reception was ready, and somebody came and said namaste, and we said, so
it might be Chaitali.
Might be. So then we were looking for this thing. So I say, I want to make Bensley, because I know there is an architect called Bensley who was a landscape designer, and there is a William from Singapore. They were this people. Interior designers. So I say, I want to make Bensley. So I say, he should be here, sir. Please wait. And then somebody call and say, yeah, but he will be in his entire premise is not there. That's what we wanted. So we say, we'll go and find, don't worry. Now I never met Bensley. We just walked in And then same again,
Wow.
we wanted to see. We were like a child. We had a curiosity to see
Right.
that kya hai, no.
Wow.
So we were wondering,
Right.
and then we went to straight away back of the house, no, just to see कि कैसा होगा, because there are tunnels below and all.
Right.
And then we were roaming
Yeah.
for half an hour, and suddenly security came to us because they were watching camera, and these two guys are
What
roaming
these
somewhere
two,
like,
moving
yeah,
around.
yeah. So finally, they caught us and they say, "Sir, what are you doing?" So we say, "We are searching the basement, but the basement was definitely
Gosh, gosh.
the landscape guy won't be there." So it was like a childlike
But
curiosity, and
I'm
that's
sure
what.
it
Right.
might
And
have
then
been a
again,
great experience.
yeah. Yeah, and then we met
Yeah,
this
fantastic, sir.
we met this interior designer, and he said, "Now I say I'm an architect, and I came to see this." He said, "Don't worry, give my name and see and look everything." And he said, "Go to the press
Yeah,
releases
yeah.
shoot," and he said, "Go and see the
Yeah, yeah.
television stand." I say, "Why?"
Yeah.
He said, "I designed that when I was walking in the village of Rajasthan. I saw many women are going
Wow.
to fetch the water with the matka on the top, and we put that ring to have a support on the head."
Support the
He
matka.
got so
Yeah.
much of, yeah, so he got so much fascinated with those ring. He made entire stand out of that, and that was the President Suite's TV stand. It was brilliant idea. And then I
Yes.
said,
Super.
"How come you got the
Super.
idea?" So he said, "Look, so for you it's very common, but for me it was very fascinating." So he again told me that if you would
Wow.
come in Singapore and if you design, maybe you can design better than me because you are outsiders. So outsiders
Wow.
perceive in a different way.
Right.
So you build up lots of confidence
We
because that time
see
you are very
differently.
young and no. So
Wow.
that's the whole
Yes,
story
yes.
about working with this thing. Now we are
Wow,
working.
Hiren bhai.
Yeah,
It's so
right.
exciting, so
Yeah, this
exciting,
is
and so
amazing.
interesting.
It's amazing, yes. And going to places just to see and understand is amazing. So that like,
And
after
Right.
being such a big architect, also you have that curiosity that no, let us go and see new things is a very,
Right.
very
yeah,
good
so
Yeah.
aspect, and
And
any human would
and
have.
then what I realized that in the restaurant, that part of getting experience is missing most of the restaurant. So that's what we work,
Right.
let's say at Mango Restaurant, we try to build, we create that outdoor garden, which were actually cutting down the loss of lawn, which was like their
Yes.
main earning out of wedding. But client had a trust, and we created that kind of outdoor kind of seating and small balcony. Slowly, it become over the time, it become very
definitely.
Yeah,
popular.
yeah.
And it
Now
looks
Oh,
people
it
love
is
to
it
sit
so
looks like
outside.
a
Yeah,
beautiful.
floating balcony,
right.
You
and people
bet.
pre-book that table that we
Yeah, yeah.
particularly want that balcony which is floating and looks
Right,
beautiful.
right,
And
Yeah.
also I
right,
would
right,
like to mention, I had that thing in mind that I was just going through your sketches about Mango before it was constructed, and you had designed some amazing gardens, amazing landscapes જેની અંદર તમે ડિટેલની અંદર અહીંયા કચનાર આવો જોઈએ, અહીંયા ચંપો આવો જોઈએ, ડિટેલમાં ડ્રોઈંગ છે જે તમારા
right.
ઇન્સ્ટાગ્રામ પેજ ઉપર બી બહુ બધી જગ્યાએ મેં especially, so I want to come to that landscape part, but a little
Yeah.
bit
No,
अच्छा
but
busy
before
वस्तु
that,
busy वस्तु के we only have 1 hour on this Instagram interview,
Oh,
so
yes.
okay,
we have lot of things to ask
Oh,
you.
yeah.
And
yeah,
but
yeah. Please,
Okay.
yeah,
So,
please stop me
before.
because I will just, yeah, okay, yes,
No,
no,
no.
અમારે બહુ બધું પૂછવું છે.
અમારે
You are going right.
right, right,
We have a lot of things to ask.
okay,
So, sir,
okay,
generally, કેવું હોય છે કે, architects have a forte that, he is very good in commercial, or this architect is very good in residential, or this architect is very good in, restaurants, that kind of a thing. But in your case, you have been doing commercial properties of huge scales. You've been doing residences of huge scale. I just recently saw a video of a Surat project that we've done, which is like huge, spread in meters, and he wanted a village like a concept. So
right.
these projects, even after, how do you manage? And now that you're doing, a five-star hotel, you're doing ITC work. Now, how do you manage to be present in all the aspects? Being present in commercial, being present in residential, doing a fantastic work for a five-star hotel. These are all different sectors. These are all different verticals. How do you manage to be present everywhere? How do you cope up with
Right.
all those different fundamentals everything asks for? Because all
Right.
work on a
Okay.
very, very different aspect,
Yeah, right. So basically, yeah, since in our office we work on architecture, we work on interior designing,
Right.
and we work on landscaping. So these are three kind of
Right.
segment. And also, obviously, I love art, so
I
I
see.
always try to work art, installation, and everything as a end product.
Right.
But yeah, so our office is also not that big. So basically, we are around 25 to 30 people. So relatively, I mean, it's not large office like 100 people. So basically, because I personally love to sit, my best time to sit on the drawing board and work. I mean, nowadays, because you are handling so many things, I mean, to do that, maybe it's more than 50% goes in meeting and managing a site and so many things. But is
Right.
the most happiness when it comes when you are sitting on the drawing board and drawing. So that's I'm still like a designers working with the
Right.
office. Yes, we do. We have wonderful team of people, young people in the office.
Fantastic.
So that's like also like a blessing that they also have the kind of they carry the
Yeah, I think you
philosophy of
must be.
yeah carry
Yeah.
the philosophy of our HPA that to work very hard on these things. But definitely, many times it builds up the pressure to me also because project is live. You are still looking for
Yes.
something like a master stroke to that project, and it
Yes.
cannot come
Yes.
overnight, no, because it's like I'm sure like it's music composition as you are in
Yeah,
music and all this.
yeah,
So
totally.
you are looking something, but it's the same thing for us. The people think it's fantastic. So project is live, client is happy, the team is happy, but as a designer, you still want to do something new. So that's where I still keep on working.
Right.
So that again, that I would say childlike curiosity or the student attitude absolutely is there for every project. And for me, it's also become like a wonderful, like a mental gym. Because when I'm working on architecture, let's say you are working with maybe 1,000 apartment project, so it's such a huge scale of that. And when we are discussing, maybe somebody from interior team will come. He say, "Okay, we have this cushion cover. What kind of stitches will look nice?" So from the 2,000
Ah,
apartments, suddenly you come back and think, "Oh, cushion
yeah.
cover में ये color का करते हैं." So that's like
You
zoom in,
bet.
zoom out
That's
kind of
it.
thing.
Yeah,
But
Hiren,
but
but that's
that yeah, that
exactly what
works.
I'm
Yeah,
asking, that aspect
yeah,
is so different. I mean, that
right,
equally has an equal importance, but you're doing like
right.
this 10-floor building right here, and here you're doing like this one small cushion
Yeah,
cover at the
very
same
small.
time.
Yeah, yeah. Or maybe
Amazing. Yes.
selection of the carpet, and that's the one
Material.
part.
Yes.
Second part is also that pressure. No, you get lot more call on complaint also that अच्छा ये
Yes.
कारपेंटर नहीं आ रहा है और ये कारपेंटर ने कुछ डाल दिया तो फ्लोरिंग में नो देयर इज अ स्पॉट तो client will straight away call you. So
Ah,
that also there
yeah.
you are resolving some issues at site, which is kind of tricky things. And again after that, again you have to
Yes.
cool down yourself and again come to the complete kind of calm kind of nature to create something new. So that's now I would say
Yes.
I have learned those techniques that even there was a let's say somebody would fire on me because of let's say I could not perform well at the site or I missed something or something like that. I will handle that thing.
Right.
But next minute again when I'm sitting on the designing, I have learned those kind of techniques that I can cool down. That is over. Now I have to focus on this part and I can work. So that's what
Wow, wow,
I've done.
sir!
And
I think
something
Amazing.
actually my
you have
biggest
championed the
yeah
art of you have championed the art of versatility while
yeah
doing lot of different projects at a single
Yeah,
moment.
yeah,
But
totally.
I think it is not an easy job for
It is
any
something for
architect or any
learning. Yeah,
profession
yeah.
because
Yes.
yeah, thought process for designing a bungalow, thought process for designing a hotel or a restaurant
Yeah.
or a commercial project is totally different.
Right.
So a little bit moving further to this question that you have been doing a lot of different sectors and verticals. So out of that, which is your favorite vertical?
I would say that it's like having three children and you say that which child you love the most.
Ah, okay,
So
okay. I
I
got the answer.
so it's difficult. I mean, we love all the things, yeah. So for also
Oh,
all the
fantastic.
sectors will be equally nice and beautiful. Yeah,
Superb,
right.
superb.
Sir, also like Cyril mentioned, about the landscape thing, that you while you are doing a project, you will in your landscape you would draw that okay, અહીંયા ચંપો આવશે, આની નીચે આ આવશે, આની નીચે આ આવશે, એની પાછળ ચંપાની પાછળ પેલી
કેટલું
નીમના
બધું
ઝાડ
detailing.
આવશે.
I mean,
And
yeah.
you draw and you show those layers. Now, when you show
Right.
those layers, this is like, at least 2 to 3 years beforehand I'm talking, and after 2-3 years when you see that drawing and the real aspect, they are practically the same. How do you come to that? How do you imagine? Because we can't
Okay.
imagine beyond food. We can only
અચ્છા, અને બીજું એક
Right.
કહું તમને કે
Okay.
બહુ જ બધા રેસ્ટોરન્ટ
Yeah.
મેં જોયા છે કે રેસ્ટોરન્ટ ઓપન થવાની હોય ને એના 5-10 દિવસ પહેલા કે હવે રેસ્ટોરન્ટ ઓપન થવાનો ટાઈમ થઈ ગયો છે, 25-50 કુંડા લઈ આવો ને ગોઠવી દઈએ.
હા એવું જ
અને
હોય છે.
વીઝાવી
Right. Okay.
તમે શું કર્યું છે કે આઈ હેવ સીન એટ મેંગો, કારણ કે તમારા પ્રોજેક્ટ જોડે હું બહુ જ ક્લોઝલી અટેચ છું અત્યારે, જેની અંદર
Right,
એ મેં
right.
સ્કેચ જોયો છે, મને વિનોદ સરે
Right.
બતાવ્યું હતું. એક્ઝેક્ટલી જેવું
Right.
પેઇન્ટિંગ છે એવું જ અત્યારે છે, એવી જ રીતે અત્યારે ચંપા બ્લશ
Right.
થયેલા છે જે રીતે તમે ડ્રો કરેલા છે. એવો કંટ્રોલ કેવી રીતે આવ્યો છે,
Right.
લેન્ડસ્કેપમાં કેવી રીતે
Exactly.
માસ્ટરી?
Right. So I think that happens with over the time. So basically, because you have learned with such a long practice of your field, you have drawn and you have seen the results. So my all history it's always good to reanalyze what you have done. So that constant kind of exercises keeps on happening. Okay, I thought of like this, I drew like this, and end result was there. So that constantly kind of double check is kept on happening. So now you
Right.
refine. It's almost like a let's say philosophy of Zen master, you can say, or maybe Riyaz at the dancing or something. You keep on improving. It's like yoga that you keep on improvising, and
Right,
that
right.
moment also maybe world think you are best, but you think Abhi, there's so much to learn. So that is what happening. When at the moment when I'm working on the landscaping, I think it's બે જિંદગી પર ઓછી પડે, no? I mean, to come to that perfection of
Just
learning.
that.
So you have less time. So I mean, there's so much to learn and apply to that. Yeah.
Right.
ગ્રેટ. અચ્છા, થોડાક ડિવિએટ થવું પડશે. બહુ જ વખતથી મને એક વસ્તુ
Yes.
મગજમાં રહી છે ઇન માય ડિસ્કશન અગેન વિથ હેટ મેંગોઝ, જેમાં આઈ હેવ નોન ધેટ અલોંગ વિથ યોર પ્રોફેશન ઓફ આર્કિટેક્ચર યુ હેવ બીન અ ફિટનેસ ફ્રીક.
Yes.
હવે ફિટનેસ ફ્રીક જ્યાં સુધી છે ત્યાં સુધી તો બરાબર, પણ સીધું હાફ આયર્નમેન કર્યા.
સખત કહેવાય
Right.
સર.
Okay. Yeah.
એટલે
Okay.
let me
So-
tell you,
so-
half
not easy.
Ironman is the most. The viewers who are watching us are mostly restaurateurs or architects and lot of
Yeah.
people from hospitality industry. So let me tell you that Ironman is the toughest thing which any sports can see and go through and experience.
And it has three sports together, right, sir? It has running and it
Yes.
has cycling and swimming together.
Swimming,
So
yes.
Half Ironman for a person who has
Yeah,
fitness
half
as his hobby.
Ironman is
કેવી
around
રીતે-
2 kilometers of, yeah, okay. Yes. Okay.
Yeah, એ કેવી રીતે શક્ય
I
બન્યું?
think,
મને સમજાવો. હા.
I mean, people like you are inspiration for me. When I see your body, I see your body posture, and I say, wow. I mean, I miss this young guy. Why couldn't I have that kind of understanding at that
Thank
my
you
age?
for being so generous.
I would definitely, I would definitely tell my all viewers, friends, that my wisdom towards the fitness came quite late. But yes, we are regular since almost 5 to 7 years now. So basically, it works like a stress buster for me. So I used to go very often with my wife at Kanawati Club with playing with the children in the evening. So, but the
Right.
mummy, papa, parents will send those kids. We were the only two people who are like coming willingly, but most of the children are sent by their parents because pushed to that. And then we become like a child because we will also say, sir, tea break or water break, like a child. So that was like really stress buster because we are completely going with the school children and doing. So that was really nice. And
Fantastic.
because they are so good, your fitness started building up. And then what happened? Then you come across such kind of people. Yes, I was good at little bit sports at playing volleyball and everything. So there was inclination, but nobody really pushed, or there was at our time there was not much fitness awareness was there. Luckily, when I went to the Switzerland, I was with my my architect boss, and he told me that Hiren, why don't you? That time there was no computers, and that time there was no internet. So he told me that Hiren, this drawing will you fax and send across to the client? So I says yes, sir.
Right.
And he told me one word. He said Hiren, fax that properly because I may not come back. I said, you may not come back, means he was 75 years old man. He said, I cannot come back. I may not come back. So I said, why? So he said, I am going to Italy. I am going to France, and from France to Italy, me and my wife both are going to, we are doing sailing boat, and we are in
Okay.
the,
Yes.
we are going to be in the sea, and the weather says the sea is very rough, and it will take me 15
Oh,
days to reach to Italy, so there will be
cross.
no connection, there's no fax, so I
Yes.
may not survive to come back to this thing. I said,
Oh
wow, this
gosh.
is amazing. And then I say,
I
I don't
know.
know swimming. I don't know even swimming, and you are sailing in this age at the middle of such a big sea. So
75
he said, you don't
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
My entire Swiss hobby, it was coffee time. They got shocked. They said, you don't know swimming? I mean, in Switzerland, it's like a cycling. I mean, everybody would know the swimming. I
Yeah.
say, yes, I
Everybody
don't know.
knows swimming.
Now how you say? So again, that our Indian mentality. I said, sir, पानी पीने का भी नहीं मिलता है हमको, कहाँ swimming करे, no? That's how I try to get the sympathy. I said that we don't get even drinking water in India. I mean, are you able? Yeah. Are you able to hear? Yeah.
सर बहुत सारी वस्तु एक मिनट इंटरनेट स्लो થઈ ગયું आई थिंक इंटरनेट इज
Hello.
स्लो सो आई थिंक योर वॉइस ब्रोक वी મિસ્ડ a very important incident here થોડું 1 મિનિટ નું
પાછું
સ્લો થઈ
રિપીટ
ગયું
કરશો? કારણ
Yeah.
કે
પાણીનો યા સો
Okay.
इंटरनेट स्लो
Okay.
થઈ ગયું થોડું
Yeah. So then I say that I don't know swimming. So entire office
swimming,
got
yeah.
shocked, and I say then I realized that I mean this is uncommon in Switzerland. So immediately that sense of Indian, no, I say
Strong.
pani bhi nahi milta hai. We don't get drinking water. I mean swimming is a big luxury. I mean, and so they got, and then he told me that make sure when you go back to India, you go as a swimmer back. I mean, he
Right.
said if you don't learn
Wow.
architecture is fine, but you have to learn swimming. And then
Wow.
there was a guy from Netherlands. He was such a wonderful swimmer. He taught me that okay, I will teach you, and that's how I used to go to the public swimming pool over there. And I still remember because they used to put me in a tub with this very small white, completely Swiss kids, no, just third standard,
You're
fourth
right.
standard. And I am the man with the 6 feet 5 inch long guy, black guy, and there was a restaurant above us. People would look down, and I can still imagine there are 20 small kids and the one Indian guy with a swimming suit trying to struggle. And I'm
Lord
sure I was
swimming, yes.
feeling, I was feeling so ashamed that people are watching me and with these kids, and people are wondering what kind of this man, he doesn't know kind of swimming. But that's made me to learn. And then what happened that in Switzerland, people have a habit. If you are a swimmer, they will go for swimming once in a week by default. So that's
Wow.
something. I mean, they will always keep one day for sports and one day for their hobby, if music or everything, and they definitely do it.
Wow.
So even
Beautiful.
in professional career, wonderful. I adopted that understanding. And when if you are swimmer, they go for one day in a week. They would swim 2 kilometers. So I say, okay, when I will learn, I will swim 2.5 kilometers. That is how I took that
Wow.
challenge, and I could learn
What a challenge.
definitely. So I got that easiness of swimming, and that's how I was good at swimming. And then suddenly I happened to meet somebody who's very good at this triathlon, and now it's getting popular in Ahmedabad and everywhere. So I happened to
Yes,
meet
yes.
that person called Ingrid Anand, if you might know. So he's
I've heard
also
about
he's a he has done 2-3 I mean 5 times the full Ironman now. So
Ironman,
I
yes.
happen to know him, and so that become like an inspiration to try that out. And then luckily
Great.
they arranged the Ironman, and that's
Wow.
how I could do the half Ironman. Yeah.
Super,
Fantastic.
super.
Right.
Fantastic.
So I had one little other quick question for you. You have been also associated with philanthropic work. Not many people might know that there is a place called Ramapirno Tekro. Emma Hiren
Right.
goes there very regularly, which I have known that one Sunday he was visiting the new site of At Mango's new project. અને એમણે કીધું કે પછી હું એક જગ્યાએ થઈને આવવાનો છું અને ત્યાંથી ક્યાં થઈને આવવાના તો એ રામાપીરના ટેકરા ઉપર તમારી એક બહુ સરસ કમ્યુનિટી સેન્ટર વિચ ઇઝ નાઇસલી ક્યુરેટેડ એનું
Right.
આપણું ગુલઝાર કરીને એક નામ હતું સર હું મિસ કરી રહ્યો છું એ
Manav
એ શું?
Gulzar.
માનવ
Okay.
ગુલઝાર તો ક્વિકલી
Yeah.
એના વિશે થોડું કહેશો તો બધા બહુ લોકોને
Right.
ઇન્સ્પિરેશન મળે મારા મમ્મી પપ્પા બી ઓનલાઈન છે જે તમને જોઈ રહ્યા છે
Okay.
એન્ડ લોટ ઓફ
Wow,
અધર હોસ્પિટાલિટી
wonderful. Thank you so much. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that is it's a Manav Gulzar. There is a Ram Rahim Tekra કરીને એક જગ્યા છે behind the
Yes.
Calico Mill. So exactly across
Right.
the NID, now the riverfront, so it has come in the front of that. But actually, it's like a little community. One can say it's like a slums or something, and people live there. And it is known because of the communal harmony. There are 50% of the Muslim families lives there, and
Hindus.
50% of the Hindu people live. And during the, let's just say, time of Ahmedabad, nothing had happened. That's how Ram Rahim Tekra has been known.
Oh,
Now, why it is
wow.
known as Ram Rahim Tekra? Because you enter in that you enter into that community, and then at the end of the river, now it's a riverfront, but otherwise you will not able to approach the river. At the end, there is a temple, and next to the temple also there is a dargah. So there is a
Mosque.
temple and there is a
Wow.
dargah. So there is a Ram and Rahim. That's how it has been
Right.
known. So
Wow.
there's an NGO in Gandhi Ashram. They wanted to build a little community center for them, and then they approached us to design. So we had to go, and then when they told us, I say, children, they don't know poverty. We are the people who
Right.
say you are poor. Children, they don't
Yeah.
know. So any children from underprivileged children doesn't have kind of he knows that he's poor. We are the people who tell you are poor, no? So I say nothing
True.
doing.
Yes.
True.
If we are designing for them, we will design world class kind of facility, whatever small, but no compromise. If I have to design, let's a clubhouse or the sports center for elite group of society for their kids, I would have worked
We'll do the
same with the
best.
same kind of zeal. So that's how we
Wow.
actually created a nice
Fantastic.
exposed brick and concrete structure, which has come out very beautiful one. We had to convince people, and it was like that time it was like almost like a nuisance space. Nobody used to go there. We carved out the little spaces, and now it's almost like a
Correct.
full-fledged,
Otherwise, it was a very
full-fledged
notorious place, I have heard.
Yes, yes, yeah. So it completely turned out, and then from the community, there were girls who got married and were saying they were educated. They
Wow.
become
Wow.
teachers and they started
Wow.
teaching. It's an unbelievable story, and such a and that
Fantastic.
was almost like a full-fledged
Fantastic.
school there, and unbelievable. And
Wow.
I think you feel whenever you go, I mean, you feel so happy because. I mean,
Yeah.
you are now changing somebody's lifestyle, no? So then,
Indeed.
Of course.
I mean,
Yeah.
you are
Yeah. Yeah.
adding values to them. I mean, so kids all love them. And I mean, it was earlier, it was like only kind of extra class kind of thing, but now it has become almost full-fledged school there. Yeah.
Right. So now,
Superb.
coming at times, we are in the lockdown, unlock phase, etc., etc. So how do you think, what are the challenges that you see that are going to come up, or how is your industry going to cope up, or how do you see world around you after post lockdown, or
And
post?
some game-changing ideas and
Yeah,
inspiration.
some game changing ideas is
Uh,
very
I,
important,
I,
definitely.
I had two things in my mind that when we were in lockdown, we actually came very close to the nature. I mean, we could see actually a sunrise, maybe, or maybe initially we were very tired, so we were almost resting. Everybody was resting. We love getting up very late and everything. But whole day you could see the light coming to your house or you in your balcony or from your window. You can see the tree, the flower coming, the leaves falling. I mean, you actually got connected, and the city was completely silent.
Yes.
So there was a lot of sense. You could hear the chirping of birds and kind of thing.
Wow.
Sunset time, you can see the clouds. And no, I mean, suddenly we realized that
Yes.
at home you have all these things. You don't have to go to the Goa and go see the sunset. I mean, you can go straight away go to your terrace and you can see the sunset. So that connection to the nature become very important, and then the connection to the green become very. So I have always have a feeling that definitely COVID-19 will go away, or maybe fear of COVID-19 will go away. So the way we started
Yes.
living, let's say with the swine flu, for example, we will also be very comfortable living with the COVID-19 because the fear, if you see the beginning of lockdown and now, we also have become a little fearless with this thing. We know we have to fight it back.
Correct.
Yes.
So
Yes.
definitely we all love to come back to the restaurant and enjoy and meeting people and going to the musical concert with the full of people next to each other and you're jumping. I mean, that's a fun. I mean, we cannot say that
Right.
a social distancing will be work. I mean, we all are going to forget once everything will normalize because we love to be like
Agreed.
that. And I mean, we really like to
Yes.
sit in the kind of cafe or something next to each other and talking and loud music. That's the way of life we all enjoy. But I realized that
Definitely, sir.
that connection to greenery is something. So what I realized during lockdown, every house has a master chef. Either your brother, sister, your wife, your mother. They were such a wonderful chef, and they prepare such a beautiful dishes, and people relish, and you have pride that my sister or my wife is wonderful chef, and it can. I mean,
Yes.
you cannot even compare with the 7-star hotel food. I mean, that kind of. So I always think the same kind of thing. Why can't we have gardener in every house? If we have one
Yes.
gardener in every house and everybody start putting the attention, I'm sure that
Yes.
your apartment or house will become such a wonderful place to live. So awareness towards green,
You're
we should
absolutely
work
right.
upon.
Yes.
Definitely.
So we are running short of time now. We now, I think,
Yeah,
as
and
Right.
when you mentioned about musicians, there is an amazing band called Mati Bani watching you live and asked something about sustainable building and architecture. But I think you have covered that in a little end
did,
part, that
yes.
is creating
Having a
more
garden.
more
Yes,
garden
yes.
and a gardener in house. Amazing.
Fantastic. Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
So
And
we have
yeah.
Yes, sir.
I have something. My most people say, what is your inspiration, or what where you inspire from?
Right.
And for me, my biggest inspiration is the waiter at the 7-star hotel. Is my biggest inspiration. I always give example
wow.
to
Wow.
my all the young designers. I say, look, if you go to any 7-star hospital, or I mean a hotel, and you
Hotel.
order a coffee, and while talking with your own mistake, the coffee mug is fallen down, suddenly the waiter will come to you and he will first say sorry. It is
Yes.
anything mistaken nothing. It is fallen down by your own mistake. The
True.
boy
True.
will come and he will say sorry. He will clean up your thing. He will help you out to clean your clothes if it has become dirty or spoil your clothes. He will completely mop up the table. He will come with one coffee with extra bonus kind of cookies or sweet something, because and again in this entire process he will say sorry for 5 times. So I said, look at this kind of
Agree.
True.
service
Agree.
provided. I mean, it's such a wonderful gesture that he really
Yes.
concerned about not to spoil your evening.
Amazing.
So that's why he will carry that
Yes.
responsibility. He will behave in
Wow.
such a way
Yeah.
to
That
make
you've
you
done
that
nothing wrong. Yeah. It is.
it was
Yeah.
his mistake and not yours. So I say, look at
Superb.
the
Amazing.
kind of the service people provide. So this is
Very true,
how
sir.
I,
Very
for
true.
me,
Sir, really appreciate
it's my inspiration.
you note such
Super.
small things and get inspired from steward, nothing is small, it is proved. So moving further, we have a ritual in our weekend talk series where we have a rapid fire question round where people will know a little bit more
Okay.
about Hiren Patel as a person. So the time is
Okay.
ending and we want to save this
Okay.
video, so we'll quickly go about this rapid fire round. Are you ready?
Okay.
Yes. Okay. The first question, mind it. What is the nickname which your wife calls you?
Wow.
Hiren only.
Ah,
She tells me
okay. What is
yeah.
otherwise? What is your nickname?
People say me Hitu. My mother would tell me Hitu.
Okay. Hitu.
Awesome. Next question. Next question. Your go-to person when you get a new project. ઘણીવાર આપણને નવો પ્રોજેક્ટ મળે નાનપણથી આદત હોય અને મોટા થઈ જાય પછી બી when we click a new project, when we are happy with some news, who will be the first person you will go to?
To whom I will tell about the new project. I would tell to my wife,
Yes.
definitely. Yes.
Great.
I will tell to
Great.
Dina that
Next question.
something new has come here.
Great. My regards to Dinaji. We'll meet very soon. Third question is your
Okay.
go-to person when you are sad.
I will keep in myself.
Oh.
I mean, whether I
Why?
so Abhi, I have to learn from Susantu Rathod. I should tell people.
No, we
So I
have
will-
to meet.
again-
I think
again,
you can again go back to Dinaji
I
for
can
this.
tell you. I can tell to Dina definitely. Yeah. Right.
Yes.
Correct.
Something
Moving further.
something goes
Sir,
there. I think I keep in myself. So yeah, I need to improve upon
you should
that.
you should go to Dinaji for sure. Moving further, who is your role model?
Right. As I said, the waiter in the five-star hotel is my one of the role model.
Mind blowing.
Thank you so
In my,
much.
I have lots of architects from Charles Correa to Jeffrey Bawa. There are many architects whom I admire. So definitely there are many mentors like that. Yeah.
Moving further, your favorite holiday destination?
Bali.
Awesome. Sir, your favorite actress?
Favorite actress?
Dinaji,
I'm
you're
not a
listening,
movie
right?
man. I would say Kajol. Kajol would be. Yeah.
Amazing.
Kajol.
Okay.
Yeah.
No judgments. Moving further, I appreciate that. Your favorite cuisine? Are you there?
Okay, very quickly, I think we are
Yes.
running
I
short of
can.
time.
Sound was cutting. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Sir, your favorite cuisine? I cannot miss that.
My favorite cuisine would be, I would say, South Indian food.
Great. Very humble,
Any
very nice.
any, any South Indian food, yeah. Sorry?
Superb, superb. Sir, a lockdown trend which you followed.
Lockdown
Can you
trend
listen?
which I follow, I didn't get
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, something like,
Yeah, I know.
yoga. People started doing yoga.
Dologna coffee or
Music,
Zoom
Dolgona
conference.
coffee, yes.
Yeah. I think painting, I paint a lot.
Oh, lovely.
Yes.
Lovely.
Amazing.
Lovely.
Great.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
sir, the last rapid fire question is your philosophy of life in one sentence.
Be a student.
Oh, wow.
Amazing.
Wow. Thank you
Yeah.
so much, sir. Thank you
Right.
so much. It was wonderful talking to you.
Thank you
It
so
was,
much.
I think, a beautiful session that we've crossed almost. We are almost at 1 hour. Before this
Wow.
closes
Thank
down
you.
and we are not able to say,
Right.
we would like to say goodbye and thank you for
Thank you so
joining
much.
us at Weekend.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And have a-
Thank you, sir. We'll see you soon.
Have a wonderful evening. Thank you so much. Bye, sir. Bye.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you. Bye.
Okay, quickly, we will stop this video. We will see you again next Saturday at 9 o'clock.
And you will like to know that we run this WeCare series and we invite wonderful people like Hiren Bhai. And if you are inclined, if you have some amazing thoughts, you have some ideas, you want to share something, please do let us know.
Yes.
We'll be delighted to have you online. Thank you so much for all who joined. Dilip Bhai, Vinod Bhai, તમે પહેલેથી જ છો, હું તમને જોઈ રહ્યો છું. Thank you so much. આપણે બહુ જલ્દી પાછા મળીશું. માટીબાની, my mom, Bhavna Udeshi, all were there. Thank you so much for joining.
Thank you, Kaushal bhai. Bye-bye. See you.
Thank you. Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.